This is 7 News.
Tonight, 11 people killed in a hot air balloon crash.
It's a tragedy as bad as tragedies get.
A 13-year-old boy leads police on a wild car chase.
3208.
And anger as an arsonist targets Perth homeowners.
Why would you do that?
From the studios of 7 Perth, Emmy Kubainski.
Good evening. What was supposed to be a romantic early morning ride in a hot air balloon has turned into a deadly tragedy in New Zealand. 5 couples and the pilot were killed when the burning balloon crashed to the ground as it was preparing to land in Carterton, not far from Wellington.
Boys were tracked by the police helicopter. The pilot directed officers on the ground.
The university.
The teenagers didn't get far.
2 on the deck now, and it looks like the guys have caught him, mate.
The trouble started on Coburn Road in Coogee at 11:30 last night. Police realised the Holden had been stolen from Fremantle earlier. They reached speeds of up to 140 kilometres an hour before the car was dumped. All 4 teenagers have been charged. The 13-year-old is accused of stealing.
A fisherman's drowned off Western Australia's south coast. The man, believed to be visiting from overseas, was swept off rocks at Esperance. His friends ran to get help, but when they returned, his body was gone. It was later recovered. The man's death is the 4th drowning in WA this week. An arsonist has threatened homes in South Lake this afternoon. It's the 4th deliberately lit fire in the same spot in a year. Angry residents say the area should have better fire breaks. A man's been hospitalised after he was bashed with a photo frame during a home invasion. He was attacked after startling 5 men who were robbing his Bayswater home just before 9 o'clock last night. The thieves escaped with his laptop and mobile phone. The man was taken to hospital with head injuries. Now to a story about victims of crime who are fighting back. Carolyn and Bill Watkins were terrorised in a home invasion at their Gosnells retirement home last month. They're now demanding compensation for the emotional trauma they've suffered. A child sex offender who was with an 8-year-old girl when she died in the outback has shifted to another part of WA for his own safety. The girl, who can't be named for cultural reasons, collapsed and died after spending 3 days lost in the Gibson Desert. Her family is demanding Augustine Miller face tribal punishment because they say he was responsible for the girl when she died. The 38-year-old left Kalgoorlie today for the southwest. He has not been charged over the 8-year-old's death. A killer has been jailed for more than a decade after he murdered an Australian woman in Paris. Police initially locked him up over a petty theft, only to find his DNA matched what was found under the victim's fingernails years earlier.
7 News.
Time for Saturday Sport now. And Blake, not everyone's happy at the Hopman Cup.
No, they're not, Emmy. It was Bulgaria versus USA in more than just a tennis match. What happened to get these two fired up and face to face? Plus, the Wildcats go a game clear in the NBL.
And that's 7 News for this Saturday. Enjoy your evening. See you tomorrow night.